Have you ever wondered who's truly more powerful in nature? Felines or canines? Today you'll discover a wild secret that not everyone knows. The eternal rivalry between cats and dogs isn't just a matter of movies, cartoons, or children's tales. For centuries, these two groups of animals have stirred our curiosity, not only because of their differences at home, but also for how they live and behave in the wild. When we look closer, we discover that felines and canines lead very different lives. Both are exceptional hunters, with sharp senses, plenty of intelligence, and astonishing skills. But if we compare them in terms of strength, agility, and precision, one tends to stand out just a bit more. Today we're going to lay it out for you clearly, curiously, and with a fun twist. Get ready for a wild journey where you'll uncover some of the animal kingdom's best-kept secrets. Felines, like tigers, leopards, and even our house cats, tend to live pretty solitary lives. They prefer to move alone through the jungle, the forest, or the savanna, without relying on others to survive. Over thousands of years, that has led them to develop truly astonishing abilities. They move in complete silence. Their agility is incredible, and they bring total focus to every single movement. For them, every hunting attempt is like a secret mission. Picture a leopard hidden in the undergrowth for hours, motionless, not making a single sound, waiting for the perfect moment to act. When it finally does, it springs with a leap calculated down to the last millimeter. It cannot miss, because there's no one around to lend a paw if something goes wrong. Everything depends on the cat alone, its strength, its agility, and its precision. Did you know? Leopards, after a kill, often climb up into trees carrying their prey in their mouths, even when it weighs more than they do. They do this to protect their food from other predators like hyenas or lions. Imagine the strength and balance it takes to pull off something like that. Not just stealthy, they're also very intelligent. By contrast, canines, like wolves, foxes, or jackals, live a different way. They understand the power of teamwork. They live and hunt in groups, forming highly organized packs where every member plays an important role. They communicate through howls, gestures, and movements to coordinate during the hunt. Two very different ways to survive, but equally fascinating. One based on solitude and precision, the other on cooperation and endurance. At first glance, a tiger already commands respect, not just for its size, but for its powerful presence. And if you look closely, it isn't just big. It's covered in muscle. This means that even if a tiger or a leopard is about the size of a large dog, it can have much more strength concentrated in every part of its body. That strength allows them to make impressive leaps, climb, move in silence, and launch with power when the moment comes to catch prey. Their bodies are built for short, but intense bursts. An adult tiger can drag its prey, even if it weighs more than twice as much as the tiger itself. There are documented cases where a tiger has moved a buffalo weighing nearly a ton, purely with the power of its muscles. On the other hand, canines are strong as well, but their bodies are designed according to a different logic. Rather than explosive power, their specialty is endurance. Wolves, for example, can run for hours without wearing out, covering great distances until they find their prey. Their muscles aren't as compact as those of felines, but they let them keep moving constantly without losing energy so easily. Felines have stronger, heavier bones. This allows them to leap great distances, climb trees, and move through tricky places without getting hurt. Their skeleton is designed to withstand impacts, like when they jump down from a high branch or make rapid movements. By contrast, canines have lighter bones, built for running for a long time without getting tired. Endurance is their great talent. Felines also have a very strong, highly precise jaw. This allows them to hold their prey firmly without having to exert much effort. For example, the jaguar has one of the most powerful bites in the animal kingdom. It's capable of hunting large animals, thanks to the shape of its skull and the power of its facial muscles. Meanwhile, the wolf, the strongest of the canines, has a powerful bite, but not as intense as the jaguars. One of the most surprising advantages of felines lies in their paws. Their retractable claws. This means they can hide them when they don't need them, keeping them protected and always sharp. Thanks to this ability, their footsteps are almost silent, which gives them a big advantage when moving without being detected. In addition, these claws allow them to climb, grip with precision, and even defend themselves if necessary. It's a perfect adaptation for a solitary hunter who needs to be stealthy and agile. Canines, on the other hand, have more visible claws that are always exposed. Although they can't retract them, they're well adapted to their lifestyle. They provide traction while running, stability on uneven terrain, and help them dig when they're searching for food or shelter. They aren't designed for climbing or moving with the same precision as a feline's, but they are built to withstand the wear and tear of long distances. Felines, for example, have evolved to adapt to all kinds of environments, from dense tropical rainforests to open savannas. Their hunting style is usually solitary, or in very small groups, and it relies heavily on precision, stealth, and strength at key moments. Did you know, even as giants of nature, felines still keep their playful side? At the San Diego Zoo, on one occasion, they placed an empty cardboard box in a lion's enclosure. And what did the lion do? Exactly what a house cat would do. He climbed into the box, settled in as if it were his favorite spot, and just stayed there, completely relaxed. Yes, you heard that right. Even though the lion is an absolute powerhouse of strength and majesty, it still keeps those behaviors we all know from house cats, like playing with boxes or chasing objects. And this doesn't just apply to lions. All felines, from tigers to tiny cats, still carry that playful essence that connects them to their feline origins. Canines, on the other hand, are almost everywhere. They're brave, intelligent, and highly adaptable, whether in snowy forests or in the desert. For example, the wolf lives in forests, tundras, and cold mountains. To withstand low temperatures, it has a thick coat that keeps it warm like a blanket. It can cover more than 20 kilometers in a single hunt. Moreover, its prey are often different. Wolves hunt animals like moose, deer, or bison, creatures that need to be worn down rather than surprised. By contrast, the desert fox, like the small fennec, lives in hot, dry regions. It has large ears that not only help it hear well, they also help it cool down when the heat is intense. Coyotes are true survivors. They can live in forests, plains, mountains, and even near cities. They adapt by eating almost anything, from fruits and small animals to leftovers from human food. And jackals, which live in Africa and Asia, run fast and are very clever. They can live on dry savannas and hunt in pairs or in small groups. Have you ever looked closely at a cat's eyes? Feline pupils, like those of house cats or lynxes, have a very distinctive shape. They're vertical, like slits. What's that good for? For something truly astonishing. Seeing with great precision even when there's very little light. This type of pupil lets them better gauge the distance between themselves and their prey, which is essential if you hunt alone and need to make an exact leap with zero margin for error. By contrast, canines, like dogs or wolves, have more rounded pupils. And that's no coincidence. This design gives them a broader field of view, almost like a natural radar that lets them detect everything moving around them. That's key when they hunt in groups, sprinting at full speed to catch their prey. They don't need as much fine detail in the dark. They need a panoramic view to coordinate, anticipate movement, and stay alert. Although big cats are known for their roar, not all of them have this ability. For example, the cheetah, despite being fast, elegant, and very similar to other big cats, cannot roar. Unlike lions or tigers, cheetahs have a different structure in their vocal cords. Instead of that imposing roar that rumbles through the jungle, they produce softer sounds, like loud purrs, hisses, and yes, even a bird-like call. Curious, isn't it? And speaking of astonishing animals, dogs have their own superpowers too, especially their sense of smell. It's a true wonder of nature. While humans have about 5 million olfactory receptors, dogs have up to 300 million. This allows them to smell things that would be impossible for us. So much so that some trained dogs can detect human diseases, such as cancer, diabetes, and even infections, simply by sniffing a person's body, breath, or clothing. As you can see, both felines and canines are incredible. But if we're talking physical strength and solo hunting skills, felines have the advantage. Each one is special in its own way, and that's what makes them unique in the animal kingdom. We want to hear your take. Which of these two groups do you like more? Are you Team Feline or Team Canine? Leave us your answer in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like. Subscribe and hit the notification bell to keep discovering the most fascinating secrets of nature. We'll see you soon on a new wild adventure. Until next time.